So this was a little unexpected. I thought the Mega Dragonite looked fine, but apparently, according to the internet, it's the worst thing that has ever happened in the history of forever. And hey, I'm not arguing that this is the best Mega ever or you're an idiot for not liking it. But did everyone forget what Megas look like? I mean, come on guys, X and Y only came out 12 years ago. Oh wow, maybe people really did forget what Megas look like. Okay, today I'm going to break down what Mega Evolution actually is to try to better understand why so many people are upset with Mega Dragonite. So grab a mug of Charbucks with me and let's break this down. As we all know, Mega Evolution debuted in Pokemon X and Y and was the first example of a generational gimmick. Mega Evolution allows a Pokemon to temporarily evolve past its natural state. Mechanically, this form gave certain Pokemon a significant stat boost, giving them a better chance in competitive Pokemon. Now, I doubt that's the problem that most people have with Mega Dragonite, because for one, we don't know its stats yet, and two, the general masses do not care about competitive Pokemon. The majority of people are upset about Mega Dragonite mainly due to how it looks, which is weird because Mega Dragonite looks exactly what a Mega should look like. When it comes to an art design standpoint, Mega Evolution has always had the idea of making a Pokemon more of what it is, not necessarily making it more cool or badass. Now, some Mega Evolutions do it better than others, but overall, this seems to be the general theme. An easy example I can give is Mega Sharpedo. What is Sharpedo? Well, Sharpedo is a torpedo that is a shark. And what are sharks known for? Having lots of teeth, and that's exactly what they do with his Mega form. Sure, it would have been cool if they gave Sharpedo an entire body. When I was a kid, that's kind of what I wanted from his Mega Evolution, but that wouldn't really make any sense for what he is. Now you might be saying, but that's not true for either Mega Mewtwo's. One gains a fighting type and the other one looks completely different. And I would say, yes, that is true, but those design changes don't come out of nowhere. Mega Mewtwo Y looks like that because one part of being Mewtwo is that he's supposed to be a copy of Mew, and that this form is supposed to represent more of the Mew attributes within him. And the reason why Mega Mewtwo X gains the fighting type is because part of Mewtwo's design is humanoid, and the most human type in Pokemon is fighting. Now, with these design rules in mind, what is Dragonite? Well, Dragonite is a derpy dragon that looks nothing like its previous forms, and I think the Mega actually represents this pretty well. It takes aspects of Dragonair and puts them on Dragonite. Maybe it's not as literal as we all assumed when the leaks came out, but I still think it works. It is also very derpy, which I think people forgot how derpy Dragonite is, because when you talk about Dragonite, you think of Lance, and Lance is very cool and badass, and Dragonite is, well, not. But I don't believe that's the only reason why people don't like Mega Dragonite. But before I go over that other reason, don't forget to subscribe, hit that noty bell, and smash that like button. And comment down below what Pokemon are you hoping to get a Mega Evolution in Legends ZA. But enough of that self-promotion BS, let's get on with the video. The other reason I believe people are so upset at Mega Dragonite is because Dragonite is a fan favorite, and people have been thinking about a Mega Evolution of him since the announcement of Mega Evolutions in X and Y. Think about it. Dragonite fans have had over 10 years to imagine what a theoretical Mega Dragonite could look like. Of course they would be disappointed once it actually came out, because it was never going to be able to live up to those expectations. And I'm afraid that's going to be the case for the rest of the new Megas. People are going to be disappointed because either their favorite Pokemon aren't going to get a Mega, or the ones that do are going to be so hyped up based on what they imagine what their favorite Pokemon's Mega would look like that they are going to be inevitably disappointed. The only way for Game Freak to actually avoid this in the future is if they make Megas a mainstay for the franchise and not just a one-off gimmick that they get rid of after ZA. I don't think they will, because Mega Evolutions prevents Game Freak from experimenting with new battle gimmicks they might want to try in the future. But on the other hand, Megas have shown up in the most games when it comes to battle gimmicks. In addition to that, Mega Evolutions are by far the most successful battle mechanic that Game Freak has ever introduced when it comes to popularity. Maybe not in balance, but definitely in popularity. I don't see many people reminiscing about Z moves or Dynamaxing. Admittedly, that might change in the next few years, because I could see people reminiscing about Dynamaxing and Z moves, but for right now, Mega Evolution is the most popular. But I don't know, like, at the same time, that could all go away if everyone hates all the new Mega Evolutions in Legends ZA. I think Game Freak kind of knows this too, because compared to X and Y, we've barely seen anything from this game, especially when it comes to Mega Evolutions. When X and Y was first announced in CoroCoro magazines, we got 3 Megas right off the bat. Now, admittedly, they're introducing to a new mechanic, so like, you want to introduce multiple to give an example to the public of what this new mechanic is. But still, I'm kind of surprised how little we've seen from this game. If you're Game Freak, why risk getting people upset by showing off the new Megas when you can just wait until the game's out and people will just be talking about everything? So the Megas that people are disappointed about, it's kind of lost in the sauce with all the other news coverage about the game. I truly believe people wouldn't be that upset about Mega Dragonite if it wasn't the closer for a very boring Pokemon Direct. If that Pokemon Direct was a little more interesting, or they shown off multiple new Megas, I don't think Dragonite would have been the big headliner of news for an entire week. Personally, I do like Mega Dragonite's design. I do wish they would have made him like slightly blue or turning blue with the actual literal wings of Dragonair on his head, but what we got I thought was pretty solid. But those are just my stupid little thoughts. Tell me down below in the comments what you guys think of Mega Dragonite and what you think the problem is with him, because clearly it did not land for most of the community. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the coffee, and I will see you guys next time.